Hey, what's good, guys? Today I want to talk about the different phases of fitness. Now, there's five that I go by in terms of your level of progression, your level of experience. And it's good to know where you stand on this scale. It's going to help you in the long term because now you'll know, okay, where do I stand? Where do I want to go? And how do I advance? It'll give you a good viewpoint. Now, a lot of this scale, I will say this precaution, this scale mostly pertains to strength gains and strength progression, but it can be used in a broader sense when it comes to other areas of fitness. So when it comes to endurance, speed, things of that nature, it applies pretty much all physical fitness and athletic endeavors. But when I look at it, I'm mainly focused on strength training. But without further ado, here is 5 phases of fitness. Now, the very first one is the completely untrained person. Now, this is someone who's never had any experience in the weight room, who's done nothing. And, any concentrated amount of exercise, to put it more specifically. Now, this is a lot of us when we first begin. Maybe we're just kind of tinkering around trying to figure things out. Maybe you walked into the gym the first time. That's the untrained phase. The next phase is the novice stage. Now, the novice stage is you're getting a little more familiar and comfortable with the weights, with the gym. This is also the phase where you make the most linear progression. By that I mean every week incrementally you're going to be able to add more strength and add more noticeable changes, and it'll last for a good while. If I were to put a time frame on it, I'd say it lasts around 6 months to, I've seen it go almost up to a year. So that's the novice stage. The next stage is the intermediate stage. And a lot of people linger around this stage. I consider it a good maintenance stage. Some people might consider it an optimal stage. And the best way I would describe it is you're not making the consistent, steady progress that you are in the novice stage. You have to be a little more meticulous about your programming, about your diet, your nutrition, everything. But you're still going to make progress. It's not completely unattainable. You just have to be smarter about how you rest, recover, things of that nature. And a lot of people spend probably most of their lives in the intermediate phase, which is nothing to be ashamed of. But then we're talking about another phase here. And the next phase, the fourth phase, is what I call the advanced stage. Now, the advanced stage, we're talking about somebody who is probably doing some level of fitness on a competitive scale. Now we're even more meticulous than we were in the intermediate phase, and not just about how much weight we're lifting, but now we're talking about your warm up, your cool down, your flexibility, things you do outside of the gym for recovery. Maybe you're getting chiropractic care, maybe you're getting alternative techniques. You're a lot more precise when it comes to supplementation, your equipment, all that kind of stuff, and also your strength levels greatly improve in this phase. Now, when you get to the advanced stage, your gains and your progress for the level of work that you put in is going to be relatively minimal. Like, once you become advanced stage, you'll know when gaining 3 or 4 pounds of muscle in a year is like painstaking. That's kind of what advanced means. And then the 5th level, which is the top of the line, I'll call that the elite stage, the elite level. At that point, you're either breaking world records or you're pretty close to world records. You're in the top of a very small percentile of people when it comes to fitness. Now, a little more detail about these different phases. So the beginner novice stage, this is where a lot of people who maybe come into the gym and just sort of scratch their heads and sort of tinker around with things. There's a surprisingly large amount of people that spend time in the beginner stage, more than just that 6 months or so, but for years and years at a time. The beginner stage doesn't just mean how long you've been doing it, but how much you're willing to progress, advance, and educate yourself. If you're going through the motions, you're not getting much strength, and you're doing the same old every time you come into the gym, but you've been coming consistently, you're still probably in the beginner stage. the intermediate stage is, again, like I said, where a lot of people spend most of their time. Most people, once you get to an intermediate stage, this is kind of that nice fine line between, okay, I'm not lifting brutal amounts of weight where I have to put on all kinds of wraps and straps and belts, and I'm not at risk for injuring myself. There's a little more margin of error here, but at the same time, you've got a good amount of functional strength. You can help move furniture, move a couch, stuff like that, and it's not too much of a strain to you. That's what I consider intermediate stage. I also like to throw this in, that if you've been away from the gym or from fitness for a long time, for particular reasons, maybe it was an illness or an injury or something, and you get back into it, but you've already got a good baseline of experience, that probably immediately puts you in that intermediate range. There's probably going to be a few months where it takes some muscle memory to get back to the level that you were before, but you're not a complete beginner. If you know your way around the gym and you generally know what you're doing with minimal assistance, then you're probably more towards the intermediate, maybe even advanced, depending on the nature of what happened. So that should give you an idea of where you might be. Now, if you still have questions and don't understand exactly where you are on that scale and you'd like to learn more, feel free to comment. Feel free to ask me questions. If you'd like to maybe take that phase to the next level, I'm happy to help, happy to answer those questions as well. But you guys let me know where you feel you fall at on that scale. And other than that, that's all I got for you today. Take care and God bless.